Greetings, Grand Rising. What it do, what it do, Lineage. This is your brother Chief, man. What's going on? Why go on? We about to get into a quick little build. Let me make sure I have audio on Facebook. Give me 1 second. Boom. Audio on Facebook. All right, cool. We got audio on Facebook. All right, check this out. This video is not gonna be long. All right, I know I'm always saying this, but for some reason I'll be going for like an hour, 2 hours, and so. But I'm gonna try to do like about 15 minutes, 30 minutes for the most. But I'm gonna cut this down to a bare minimum. I'm just here to drop a message, and I'm out. All right. First things first. Want to acknowledge all the ancestors, man, the righteous ones, the unrighteous ones. Want to acknowledge them, but for me, I'm always glorifying the righteous ones, right? But with all due respect, I always acknowledge all the ancestors. You feel me? Greetings, sis. What's going on? Do me a favor, y'all. Whatever part of the whatever territory you in, go ahead and drop the link. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the comment, and I will give you a shout out on the conclusion of this video. So as you could see, like I said, I'm gonna get right into this. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. The title of the video is God is in control, right? Well, you know me. Whenever I do my videos, it's always a play on words. There's always a message behind the madness of everything that I do, right? So, with that being said, let's get into this. All right? Because I don't know what's going on with our people, but it is what it is. I'm just going to sit back, enjoy the ride because I know what it is, and it is what it is, right? Now, most people look at the word God and like I said before, they don't know what it means, right? But when we truly get into the etymology of the word God, God means to evoke. It means to pour libation. So therefore, God is an action word. God is not a person. God is not a he. God is not a she. You know what I'm saying? It's just an action word, period. All right. When we go into the true etymology of the word God, be that as it may, people have a concept that God is this deity in the sky, you know, and they have assigned a gender to this entity, right? They call it a he. Some people even go to the extreme and say it's a she, but both of them are extreme. Okay, whether you call it he or she, they are both extreme because God does not have a gender. But the God that I'm talking about that's in control, it is not the God that you think of. Okay, I've broken that down before in a video, but I'm gonna kind of like pinpoint and hone in on the power that this God has over each and every one of you, us. I'm not gonna exclude myself because I'm in the mix as well. All right, and until we as a people decide to come together, and I'm not saying everybody got to come together. All right, man, listen, 144, 1044 of us could make this happen because we could look at it as okay, you know what, each individual represents 1,000 individuals, so that would be the 144,000. So literally about 1,000 of us, 1,044 of us could really step into this matrix and literally rip it apart and bring back order, right? But the problem is too many of us are here with egos. You feel me? Too many of us are here hating on each other. Everybody want to be a chief. Nobody want to be an Indian, and I see that's what's going on. But with that being said, check this out. All right, I appreciate that. The Goddess V. Do me a favor. I would like you. I know you just started reading the book, but I also would like you to go to the Facebook page. All right, or hit me up with an email or whatever, because I would like you to give some reviews on the book because I really want people to get this book. It is just so important. All right, so getting back on course with what we're talking about here. What does God really mean, and which God is in control when I'm talking about? So let me go ahead and share my screen and let's get into this. Okay, because when we go into the courts, we see in God we trust. When you look at the dollar bill, the $5 bill, the $10 bill, the $20 bill, the 50, the 100, whatever it is, we see in God we trust, right? Whenever we go into the courts, they want you to swear on the Bible. So therefore, in God you trust. Do you really know what God they're talking about? Like I said before, I've already broken this down, but for the Purpose of this video, I'm going to get into this again. All right. And of course, this is strictly for knowledge purposes. Don't believe anything that I say to you in this video. If I ask you to believe me, I'm lying to you. Okay. Let's go ahead and share this. This is from congress.gov. Congress.gov. Now, when we look at words, we just see words, and people always talk about, oh, well, Chief, the spelling is different. No, it is not. Yes, it is the spelling, but at the same time is the root of the word, because you're casting spells. So when we look at the word congress, right? Why isn't it called progress? Why is it called congress? And we know what a con artist is. We know what a convict is, right? So we know we are dealing with people that are immoral. We know we are dealing with people that have no moral compass, because they're telling you who they are. And when people tell you who they are, you see what I'm saying? Don't believe them. You're supposed to know what they're telling you is true, because if they ask you to believe them, they are lying to you. So you see the play on words? I'm going to repeat that because that might go over some heads, because some people may say, well, Chief, what you're saying don't make no sense. It's contradictory, but it's not. When you get into words, I am a wordsmith. So I'm going to repeat that again. The people in Congress, all right, when we look at the word Congress, we break up the word. It has two components, right? The prefix of the word is con. Con. What is a con? Someone who deceives people. Someone who do things fraudulently. Okay? A con is someone that defrauds people. Okay? It goes against people, right? It's to be against. So now we have Congress. They're telling you right there, we are against you. We are here to defraud you. Okay? We are not moral people. Okay? That's Congress. But this Congress, they have a God. And as it says in REPT, whatever that means, I don't have to get into all that. That's not important. 112-44, it says reaffirming in God we trust. Well, Chief, what God are they talking about? You see, it's all over. And the reason why your subconscious mind cannot differentiate between what they are talking about, whether it's the God of the universal God, which is all source, they're not talking about that. That's not what they trust in. Okay? They trust in a God that they created. In that sense, God did not create man. Man created God. You feel me? And in every sense of the word, because I'm not even going to take it there, because that's going to go over too many heads. So I'm just going to stick to what we're talking about right now. So when we are talking about from a government perspective, what you see on the dollar bill, what you see in the courts, okay, when they ask you to swear on the Bible, what are they talking about? Reaffirming our trust in God we trust as what? The official motto of the United States. And what is the United States? The United States is a corporation. So how can a corporation trust in the all? The corporation can't trust in the all because the corporation is a dead entity. So obviously the God of the corporation is a dead entity. And that's what's controlling you, controlling us. A dead God, a fictitious God. Okay? A God with no type of emotion, no type of morals, no type of law, love. Now that may not make sense to a lot of people, but for those that are ready for the message, you will get it. So I'm going to ask you again, why didn't they call themselves Progress opposed to Congress? Okay? Well, let me explain something to y'all. The God that they're talking about is indeed God. G.O.D. Governmental Ordinance Departments. Okay? Governmental Ordinance Departments. So we are talking about statutes, codes, ordinances, a legal system that's actually your God. And that God created a whole new you, which I've already explained, from the birth certificate, your name in all capital letters. Okay? That is a dead entity. That is the creation of that God. And you think it's you. So we don't have to get into the semantics of all that. All right? That's why I say I'm not going to make this video too long. Those who know. All right. So boom, we got that. So as you could see, Congress, con, artist, convict. So we know what Congress really means. Okay. And they're telling you that the official motto of the United States, which is a corporation, not a country, not a nation. It's a nation because all nations are nation states as per the United Nation Charter. Okay, they are all nation states, and all nation states are corporations. And all corporations, they run chattel. All corporations own the wards of state, which is the people. You feel me? All right, boom. Let us go to the next one. We are going to look at the man that's making decisions right now, okay, for the United States. Let's go look at who this man is. This is the man making all the decisions right now for the corporation of the United States. But you see, y'all just going to sit around and continue to be reactive. You're going to continue to be reactive. All right? Because you're going to wait until everything is against your back, until the foot is on your neck and you can't breathe. No pun intended. To start responding, because that's all you like to do is react. So this is the man right now making decisions for the corporation. Why shouldn't that be a surprise to you? That is the richest man in the world. And he's also an African. But he literally, I've already broken down Trump and what Trump means. Okay? I already broke down what Trump means. I broke down the Jubilee. I already broke down the Jubilee. And for those of you who don't see what it means and don't want to use that as an opportunity to gain your sovereignty, then that's on you. But they have to put you on notice. So the trumpet sounded. But here comes another character, because they're all actors. So here comes another actor. Now he's literally the highlight of the corporation, the US government. He's the one making decisions. He's the one deciding whether the government should shut down or not. Now, that's very interesting, isn't it? But when we look at the word, his name, his first name means oak tree, because it's a Hebrew word. It means oak tree, not to be confused with Elion, as in Most High. But isn't that a coincidence? That it's kind of looking close, but it has no relation though. I gotta say that, right? It doesn't have the same root word, but it's interesting that it means oak tree. And oak tree also has some spiritual significance, okay, in biblical texts. That's very interesting. Now, how is it that, now I hope you African Americans, you should feel, and when I say African Americans, I'm not just talking about so-called black people in the United States, because we are all considered African Americans, okay? Whether you think it's true or not. So for everyone who considers themselves an African American, you should be happy, because now, you know, the person in charge of the corporation, the person in charge of you, okay, because you're water for state, they are also African. That's an African American. So what's happening here? If we, the original people, don't stand up, like I always say, it's going to be a sad day in this corporation. It's going to be a sad day in this corporation, because how can an individual that literally was not in politics or politricks, okay, all of a sudden you are the main man running the government? How is that possible? So how are you going to tell me these people are not actors? How are you going to tell me that this is not a game? Do you think that this is a coincidence? No. He was already put in place the same way that Barack Obama was already put in place. This is a corporation. Your vote doesn't count. Your vote don't pick the president of a country or a nation. No, it's already chosen for you. The CEO is already picked. The CEO is already selected. It's already selected. And I'm trying to avoid saying certain things because my videos are being censored. When you go to Brooklyn right now, look at who are the people putting up buildings in every single corner in Brooklyn. Every single corner, there's a building going up. I mean, literally, they are blocking out streets. Okay, blocking out streets that you were able to make a left. You can't make a left no more. So you got to keep going straight. Okay, sidewalks are literally closed off because new buildings are coming up. But they're the only ones that could do that. They get permits to do anything that they want to. Okay, they have a license. They're above the law. And our people are just too blind to see what's going on. You feel me? Because all you want to do is just sit back and allow things to happen to you, and you cry. You scream, oh, life is not fair. The corporation, they don't care about us. Why is the corporation supposed to care about you when you don't care about yourself? How is it that, we are in a recession, there is inflation, meaning that the United States is in debt, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, but yet still this particular group of people, this certain ethnic group of people, they are building all over the place. They're opening up businesses all over the place. They run everything, but yet still we are given the illusion that the United States is broke. The dollar has no value, which is true because it's your energy that gives it value. But at the same time, the people that are running things, how come they give it value? They have their own police, and you know who I'm talking about. They run the courts, they run the judges. Why is that? You know why? And I have to keep singing the same song over and over again because they have a community. All right. So this is the man that's in charge right now. Okay. That's the man that's in charge right now. So he's an African via his parents. Barack Obama was an African via his parents, but yet still they were able to run your lives. Barack ran your lives for 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. And here comes a new actor on the scene. All right. A man, well, I'm going to just leave it as that. All right. Because like I said, saying too much on here, my videos are getting censored. All right. So I'm just going to leave it alone. But I'm about to conclude this video. I know it may not seem like I've said a lot in this video, but trust me, I said a mouthful. I said a mouthful. And if y'all so-called black people, we so-called American Indians, and I'm saying all that is so-called because all those are misnomers, all right? Because obviously we are not the flesh, but we are dwelling in a fleshly body, and that fleshly body, it has a political status, it has an ethnic status, okay? And it also has a geological status, geographical status as well. What does all that means? Okay, it means that the I am in us is in this physical body. This physical body was planted to be an autochthonous being in the Americas. So therefore, we are the original people on this land. But everything that's been done and the way that it's being governed, our land, it's by total foreigners, people who took over places. And we're just sitting around arguing, debating online that we are this and we are that. And we're like, bro, sis, we know who we are. Why we keep debating that? Why we keep debating? I mean, what's the fear? What are you afraid of? You ain't got nothing to lose. You ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing. I'm just keeping it real. Because we don't control anything. We don't own anything. You feel me? So if y'all just too blind to see what's going on and realize that you're always going to be at the bottom, you're always going to be at the bottom of the barrel, you're always going to be the minority, okay? You're always going to be the slaves of this society because you refuse to stand up when you are actually the most powerful entity, not just in the Americas, but on the planet. Umar Johnson is here screaming you're black and you should go back to Africa, but yet still the Chinese took over Africa. Why he don't talk about that? He wants you to go to Africa so that you could become Chinese. I mean, we are just living our lives so nonchalantly, like, okay, you know what? Let them do what they got to do. You know, we are going to continue to beg and plead and ask. But right in the beginning of your Bibles, it tells you you have dominion. You are the landlords. My people, aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired? Why is that this one demographic, and I'm not, you know what I'm talking about. Why is that they're able to be running the system and building? If they own everything, they own the basketball teams, they own the baseball teams, they own the hockey teams, they own the every team, they own it. They own the NBCs, they own the even BETs, they own MTVs. I mean, what's going on, man? You people are mentally ill. And I'm not going to put myself in that category because I'm not mentally ill. I'm one of the ones that's here, like really seeing everything. And I've detached myself from the low vibrational, energies. But I'm here still coming to uplift my people, man. How are we going to stand up and have a voice? How are we going to stand up and take anything back if we cannot come together? Even for those of us who know, we still on here talking, but ain't nobody hitting me up. So let me ask you a question. What's the difference between those who don't know, all right, and those who know but don't do anything? What is the difference? What is the difference between the evil people and the people who say that they're good, but yet still they stand by and see evil and don't do anything about the evil that's being done? Let me put it to you in a different way. What is the difference between a cop that said he's good, but you stand around and see a bad cop destroy people, shoot people, falsely arrest people, and you don't do anything about it? What is the difference between those two cops? Not a damn thing. So what is the difference between us that know better, that know who we are, that know we could come together, at least do something? It don't have to be a big group of us. It don't have to be millions of us. You feel me? Because I promise you, drops of clean water every single day in a container of dirty water, eventually that water will be purified. I'm going to repeat that. Drops of pure water, okay, every single day in a container that has dirty water, eventually that container will be purified. So what am I saying? It doesn't have to take a million of us, 10 million of us, just a drop. That's 0.0.0.0 something percent of us that know we should come together and stand up and be firm and not be afraid. Eventually, we are going to make some changes. I mean, look at the things I'm doing by myself. Can you imagine if I had people with me? I'm reaching out to governments, I'm reaching out to mayors, and I'm getting meetings, I'm getting sit downs, I'm getting responses. You feel me? I'm getting responses. Come on, man. But anyway, it's about 24 minutes. I think, like I said, I've said enough. I was a little bit subliminal in this video, but those who know will read between the lines. They will read between the lines. Do you think that this man right here, I'm going to show you again. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen. Present. Do you think that this man right here, not this one, hold up, I think I just closed it out. Not Barack, because we know that Barack, we already know. All right, I'm sharing my screen, right? Do you think that this man right here, do you think it's a coincidence that this man is the one that created, okay, he became the richest man on the planet, all right, based on statistics, because of his car and technology, and all of a sudden, he is the right-hand man of the president of the corporation, and all of a sudden, you see drones all over the sky? Do you think it's a coincidence? Are y'all people stupid or blind? I mean, I mean, hey, listen, man. You know, who the cap fit, let them wear it, man. Don't you realize that you are actually in a prison and you are being monitored and governed? I mean, come on. I mean, this is ignorance is bliss, but I mean, at some point, if you don't learn, if you don't, seek knowledge, then that ignorance becomes stupidity. And the last I checked, stupidity is not bliss. You feel me? My brothers and sisters, we are a sovereign people. So why are we allowing ourselves to be enslaved by the system? All right. I'm going to conclude on this question. So I'm just going to give a few shout outs, right? We got Madiha Crawford. We got Goddess V. Once again, thank you for supporting the book. Definitely, if you could do me a favor, let me put it in there. Give me 1 second, please. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me just go here real quick and do me a favor. Because like I said, man, I'm playing my part. And I'm not saying that nobody else is not playing their part. I'm not saying that. Please do not get me wrong. All right, because I don't want people to think, oh, well, I'm the only one out here doing this. No, there are other people doing what they need to do. Okay, it just is what it is. But let me see. I know I could go somewhere and see that. All right, so I'm going to put that in the link in the description. And I'm going to ask all of those who actually have my book, or at least one of the books, Goddess V, do me a favor, please. I just put a link in the description. Click on that link. And if you could go into the Facebook page and take a picture with the book and post it, also give a review. That would be absolutely beautiful. I very, very much appreciate love. You dig? So, like I said, I'm giving shout outs to those I could see on here. All right. Who else do we have? We got Supreme Health and Wealth. Who else we got? We got Brandy, what it is. We got Chief Blackbird White Tip. Who else we got? All right. So that's what I see so far. And then who else we got? We got Carla James. What's going on? We got Valerie Akins. Big up yourself. I'm about to conclude this video. And I'm going to do another video because I didn't want to do too much with this one. All right. So we'll be talking soon. And yes, we planting them seeds, right? But what we have to realize is the planters, okay, if we are the planters and we are planting seeds, why can't we come together and create the Farmers Association? You see how I flipped that? And I'm glad you said that. We are planting seeds. I'm planting seeds. But why can't those of us that are planting the seeds come together and create the Farmers Association? You see, that's what I'm creating, the Farmers Association. So it wouldn't just be individuals planting seeds. The more people we have that's planting the seeds and protecting the seeds, it's better for those seeds to be seedlings and turn into plants. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about, the collective. Individuals will fall. And I'm not saying the collective cannot fall. However, it's more of a challenge for the collective to fall. especially in the age of Aquarius, the age of awakening, the age where we're supposed to be claiming our sovereignty because the trumpet has sounded. Let's not take that for granted. I already broke it down, so I'm not going to break it down in this video. But there's another actor in place. You see, they always have to put you on notice. The Jubilee sounded with the trumpet. And they're saying, if you don't want your sovereignty, if you don't want your land back, if you don't want to be free, then another actor will come in place and take it away from you. All right? Don't forget, AI and machines and robots are being created. Guess who's at the head of that? If y'all are just too blind to see what's going on, the rise of the machines. I think I said enough. I'm out of here. I love y'all. I'm about to do another live real quick.